Hi, my name is Heather and welcome to Strings and Threads. If you're new here, welcome. I hope you can find content here that you like. If so, I encourage you to subscribe. It really helps my channel out. And if you're a returning watcher, welcome back. Thank you so much for coming back and sharing what we do here. I hope that you like it. If you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to subscribe. It's free and it really helps my channel out. Thank you so much. Today is Sunday. I've been calling it Giving Sunday, and I've just been talking about giving of your talents to the communities. And so I have been giving to two organizations over the past few months. I've been giving to the American Starfish, which helps homeless vets. They have a tiny home community. They have washing stations. They grow vegetables. They are wonderful. They're trying to become self-sustaining, and they were asking for some hats for the cold winter months. So I'm doing that through the end of this month. And I'm also making hats for Annie from Annie J's Laughs and Crafts and Laughs. I always mess up her channel. I'm sorry, Annie. She is working with the Salvation Army in Bridgeton, New Jersey. I'm not from Bridgeton, New Jersey, but her story really touched me, and so I wanted to help her. And what I like about what she's doing is that she is really trying to make that Salvation Army become self-sustaining. They needed help getting on their feet, but they're almost there. They're almost on their feet and ready to do it all themselves. So she was asking for several things. She was asking for hats because they had a lot of people in their community who were cold and needed the hats. And then she was asking for yarn as well, because she was starting crocheting and knitting groups there so that people in their community could learn to knit and crochet, and then they could make their own hats, they could make their own scarves, they could make whatever else they would need. They are doing a really good job. I know she had said after the end of this month, she's doing something called Hope for Crafts. She was calling what she's doing now Hope for Hats, and then starting in March, she's doing something called Hope for Crafts, where they're going to collect crafts to sell at a craft sale in July, and they're going to call that Christmas in July, and that's going to help raise money so that they can provide all the things that they need to provide as a Salvation Army to their community. So if you're interested in doing that, I'll have a link to actually both organizations in my description. So if you're interested in either one, you can contact them directly and see if there are other ways that you could help, or if you want to do hats. I think both organizations are just doing hats through the end of this month because it's going to start warming up now and there'll be other things. So the hats that I made this week, I made one and it looks exactly like last week's hat. Here's this week's hat. Here's last week's hat. I used the same pattern and I used the same yarn. I had a lot of this yarn, and so I thought it would be nice to have this to make it with, because I didn't know what else I would make with this. It wouldn't make this kind of yarn I didn't see as making an amigurumi or a dice bag with, and it's not. I tried making a wearable with this. I tried making a shawl with this last year for one of the Things We're Making Thursday projects, but it didn't work up nicely as a shawl. I ended up ripping it out. So I thought the hats would be perfect. And this pattern is my Love Lines pattern. In the description, I have a playlist of my hat tutorials. If you are interested in trying any of my hat designs, this one is the Love Lines if you are interested in that, but I have other ones there that are there for anybody to use. They're free. So at the end of this month, I'm going to shift. I was hoping to donate locally. I have heard of a lot of really great places that are accepting donations. I know Allie from Allie Artifacts. I'm going to have a link down to her below. She's doing something called Tabitha's Table, where she's making hats and scarves, and they had asked her to make hundreds, which was more than she could do by herself. So if you are interested in helping her out with hats and scarves, I'll leave her information in my description and you can contact her and see how you can help. There were several others that I had heard about. One was soap sacks, and there's another one that's called chaos blankets. So the soap sacks are just crocheting, like a little sack that you could put soap in, and then they distribute it to people who need to keep clean. And then the chaos blankets are blankets that can be donated to pet shelters. And it's something for the animal to have, and then they have their smell on it. And when they get adopted, taking the blanket with them to their new home helps them adjust because they have something that already has their smell on it and already brings them comfort. So those were organizations that were brought to my attention. I have been looking around locally, and I think I know what I'm going to do, but I need to contact them to see if they're accepting donations right now. But we have an oncology center that is very, very close to where I live. I can just drive them over. It's not a big deal, and it would save me on shipping for a while. So I'm going to see if this cancer center would need hats, blankets, prayer shawls. According to their website, they do, but they said to call and make sure they're still accepting them. And if they are, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to see where they have their needs, what kind of needs they have, and I'm going to donate there because it's close. And it's something that I know will be helpful. I know somebody that I work with has been going through cancer treatments. I too have survived cancer, but it was really like everything that I had was very, very minor and did not require any radiation. So one was skin cancer and one was the very, very early stages of cervical cancer, but they were able to clear that all up very quickly, thankfully. So it is something that I know, means something to me to give to that. I love that you all come on and support all of the causes that you do. I love hearing about where you give. There are a lot of people joining in. This is something that I like about Strings and Threads. This is something I like to do with my channel, is to show things that will make a difference or be interactive, or just where we can all join in together. I thank you for watching, and I thank you for all of the giving that you do. I love hearing about it. If you have any causes that you'd like me to mention on my channel, just let me know and I can add them to my description. And I hope everybody has a great day. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.